going on, guys and gals? My gamer tag is Cattle Prod, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the USR Flagship. It's the heavy frontline brawler vessel of this game, as that's what I'm going to classify it as. It's meant to close quickly, well, as quickly as it can, with the enemy, and unleash firepower with its flak cannons once it gets in close. It has missile batteries to deal damage at long to medium range, as well as a disable beam, which will disable enemies' engines and I think special abilities for a short period of time. It has two different skins you can have for it. The Goliath model, you have to buy it, I believe. This is the default one that it comes with. Take a look into the tech tree here, and there's a whole slew of ships that branch off from this, and none of them are like the flagship. I haven't had any, the privilege of unlocking any of them yet. As you can see, I'm only like 30 or 29 or whatever experience points away from unlocking either the Disruptor, the Sniper, or the Brawler. I'm really looking at the Destroyer. It's supposed to be a long-range support type of battleship, and I'm really looking at getting my hands on that. However, I have to go through the Brawler first, which is supposed to have a harpoon system that pulls enemies in close, where it'll unleash a whole bunch of close-range firepower. So I don't really like that concept, but if I'm going to have to go through that to get the Destroyer, so be it. So I'm pretty much one game away from unlocking that. The flagship hasn't been my favorite, as you'll probably see why in this upcoming replay. But yeah, let's just skip all the junk and get straight to some gameplay. So wouldn't you know, first battle starts, and sitting right beside me is a Destroyer. So I get to look at this thing up close, and it is literally bristling with gun turrets. There is just guns all over this thing. It looks like it's the same hull, for the most part, that the flagship has here, only it's just covered in guns. And yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on one of those. One of the first things you're going to notice about the flagship is that, despite its description saying that it's slow, nothing really quite prepares you for really how slow this thing is. It's easily the slowest ship in the game that I've come across yet. The Destroyer up there doesn't look like it's much faster. I've run into the habit of, as soon as I warp into a zone, I just pretty much pick a path that I want to follow, and you pretty much have to commit yourself to it, because there's no real opportunity for course correction when you move this slow. So skipping forward here a little bit, I boosted up to this central platform, trying to capture that and get some missile barrages off on these enemies. Fortunately, half of my missiles going straight into the space station there, and that's something that you really have to be self-aware of, is when you're firing missiles and when you're firing your main guns, really you need to be conscious where on the vessel these weapon platforms are located, because as you saw, fired that missile barrage, and as you're going to see right here as well, half of them, the arc that they take out from the ship, half of them just went straight into the space station. And this is a really stupid move here, but again, I've already committed to it. I'm already up and over terrain. By the time it would have took me to get back over that piece of terrain, I would have been dead anyways. So I got three ships here. It looks like a flagship, a Destroyer, and a Forcer, I think that thing's called. And yeah, I'm absolutely no match for the three of these up close. But I'm closing on this capital ship where the flagship's supposed to be most effective, and it just didn't feel like I was doing really enough damage there. Sometime later, we're back in the beta, I think it's called, alpha and beta. Back in the beta system here, trying to go for a little bit of revenge on these ships, but God, I'm just so slow. They can see me coming a mile away. Finally closing to within missile range of that enemy ship. I believe that's a flagship. And have you noticed, I downloaded the I told you in the last review video I did of the whatever it was, frigate, that I was getting the Mighty Jingles captain. And you can see up there in the top corner. I got him unlocked. He was one of the free gifts participating in that free weekend. He's a pretty famous YouTuber, and that's been covering this game. Pretty fortunate there. The enemy flagship stunned me right when I was behind that rock, so I was happy to be stunned in some cover, trying to bring the bow of the ship around, because remember, you have to keep your armor at strongest facing the enemy. I stunned him in place, and this is about optimal range that you want to be at when fighting enemies in your flagship. Picking up my first kill there, unleashing just broadside after broadside with that flak cannon, and I must say though, after playing a game or two in this, oh, what's this? Got an assassin that is decloaked right below the stern of my ship. There's really nothing I can do here except try and get some distance between me and that assassin, get behind cover. And it's at this point I probably should have jumped out, but I thought that my teammate here was backing me up. I see fire going in, but alas, I decided to jump out there once I noticed that the enemy had jumped in, and yeah, the rest is history. Sometime later we're going to try our luck here in the Alpha Segmentum, and Jingles chiming in there again. I love having Jingles as a captain. He's one of the YouTubers that really inspired me to get into a lot of these games, and yeah, I owe a lot of my fun free time hours to YouTubers like him. So we have, I think that's the Enforcer again. Forgive me if that's not the right ship. Squaring off against that guy. He excels at mid to close range, but only when he's flying straight at me. I'm trying to come at him at an angle, let my armor soak up the hits. Getting a lot of damage done to me here though. But now that I'm so close to him, this is when the flak cannon really starts to come in and just take a pounding on the enemy. Unfortunately, I did not get the kill on that guy. One of the other ships that was helping me out managed to pick up that kill. But you really do have to close to within damn near suicide range to do any sort of damage worthwhile in this flagship. And that's sort of a problem for me, because a lot of ships in this game excel in close range combat. This ship is designed to take a lot of punishment. The Brawler right there, you can see him just using his harpoon maneuver on that hunter, pulling him in close. However, while he was fixated on him, I'm managing to get some... Oh, maybe not. That's not another kill stolen from me. But hey, whatever. Damage is damage. You do get experience for assists in this game. So I'm boosting straight up to this this frigate, or this Enforcer, whatever this thing's called. And he managed to deploy his shields. But at this kind of range, his shields really aren't going to help him all that much, and I just have way too much health. His point defenses looked like they were dropping most of the missiles that I just sent off there at him. And oh, we have a Brawler, it looks like, that's warped in behind him. This fight's not going to end well for me, but if I can just take out this guy... Yeah, alright, kill number 2. I can focus on that Brawler. That Brawler looks like he went for the Hunter again. And that harpoon maneuver, once you get... It's basically like a tractor beam, pretty much. And very, very few instances when that actually comes in handy, but once you get yourself in the right spot at the right time, the harpoon maneuver can just shred enemy ships. Now here's something you don't see every day though. Your team actually working together to capture the gas platform. This assassin manages to sneak away just in the nick of time there to avoid getting obliterated by my missile barrage. But I warped up here to go capture Gamma to get that gas buff, and there was already 2 enemy ships, or allied ships already here, so that's a nice welcome change of pace. Back in the beta segmentum again, we're going to try and push these guys out to make a run towards their base here. There's 4 of us here, so we should be able to do it. However, we do know the enemy has assassins, they have that Brawler, so they are more than capable of fighting back. Went for a long-range missile attack on the enemy up there. None of those missiles hit. Unfortunately, we have another flagship, or that might be a destroyer, I can't tell from this range, launching some missiles at him. And it's unfortunate, I want to really engage him, but he's just too far. Well, he's dead anyways. But there's an assassin vessel down there, it looks like. Oh, and he just cloaked. There's another assassin, it looks like. It's one of those things, like, in order for me to engage him with my full damage, I have to get close, and at this point, the ship is not maneuverable enough, and it's not fast enough to even hope to catch any of those enemies that I just was locking my targets onto, and I'm just forced to keep plodding along on this this course that I've chosen. But now that we've captured this zone, we can jump into the enemy base here. It looks like 2, maybe 3 of my teammates are doing so as well. This is great. It looks like there's only 1 enemy here. And nope, they went back to the home base. So now I'm all alone in the enemy zone. So I'm going to make the most of it. While my team is busy defending our base from their capture, I'm going to get in here and try to capture as much of this base as I can. You do take damage as you're in this area of influence. Luckily I'm in the flagship, which has a hell of a lot of hit points. So I'll be able to soak up a lot of this damage as I'm looks like I'm capturing their base a lot faster than they're capturing ours. Assassins spawning back in, catching some missiles and some flak battery now. God, that just gets, that boom, 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 just gets so annoying after a while. Like I said earlier, after you play about 2 games in this thing, you're just sick of hearing that dong, 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 dong. It just gets to you. Stunning the assassin ship. He's continuing his course around to this fresh side of my vessel where all my strong armor's at, taking out the assassin. But now there's a brawler, and that guy just always seems to pop up at the right place at the right time. He's going to finish me off here. Oh shit, there's a destroyer spawning back in now. At least you learn that the missiles continue on their trajectory after you die. But hey, at least that all wasn't for nothing. We're now moving as a fleet up Alpha. The enemy, we believe, is distracted in Beta, and I managed to capture over half of that station by myself before finally getting taken out. So we're in a really good position now. We have the enemy on the back foot. This poor guy, I can't tell from this distance what he is, but he's being chased by pretty much our whole fleet. Unfortunately, my boost I already used, so I'm in the back of the pack, just plodding along. And again, that's the one of the major downfalls of this ship, is that you pretty much are breaking up the rear of the pack 9 times out of 10, and you have to more or less wait for the fight to come to you if you're going to do any real sort of damage. So, the flagship, it takes a little bit of getting used to. It takes a lot of luck to really have a good game. I think I maybe finished this match with like 3 kills or something like that, 5 deaths. But we got lucky, we got a good break here, and managed to cap the enemy base here at the end for the win. So I hope you guys enjoyed the flagship. I hope you learned a little something from this video, some tips and tricks or something like that. If you did, give it a like down below. Comment if you have a comment or a question or something like that for me. And that will just about wrap up today's video. I will see you guys when I see you. Take care.